All right, guys, you're welcome to this video. You're welcome. All right, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install WordPress on a subdomain, how to create a website using a subdomain. After you must have purchased your main domain, after you must have purchased your hosting plan, your domain name. Now, maybe you have installed WordPress on the main domain. You design your main website. Now you want to practice more. You want to know more on how to design websites. Now, how do you go about it? Must you purchase a new domain name just for practical purposes? I'm going to tell you no. There are so many ways you can actually practice. You can create subdomains and you practice. All right, now I'm going to show you how to do that. Just come here on your dashboard when you have logged into your hosting account. Let me just go to home so that I show you how to do that. All right, now when you have logged in, after you must have purchased your domain. Now, when you come here, you're going to see hosting. You're going to see hosting. You're going to see domain. Now, just come here. Just go to your domain. Just choose the domain you are using. You click on manage. When you click on manage, you just come here. You see dashboard. Just come to dashboard. You go directly to your hosting dashboard. When you go to your hosting dashboard, now look on the site. Look at the site here on your left hand side. You see domains. Click on domains. You see subdomains. Click on subdomains. Now, when you click on subdomains, it'll ask you to create a subdomain. Now, you see other subdomains which I've created. Now, just come here. I'll just say tutorial. I'll give it a name. You have to give it a name. I'll just say tutorials. This is a tutorial stuff. I'll just say tutorial so that it's going to be tutorial.vlconcept.com. VL Concept is the main domain, is the main website. Now, I want to design a sub website under this main domain. Like, for example, how can I put it? Let's say you have a house. Now you have the main house. Then now you have rooms inside that particular house. That's just the way it functions. This vlconcept.com is the main website. Then I want to design is a sub website under the main website. Now just come here and then you select custom folder for subdomain. You create a custom folder for the subdomain. Just come down here. The custom folder is going to be tutorials. Or let me just say tutorial, because it's a tutorial stuff. Now you just come here, you click on create. You wait for it to create the custom folder. The custom folder is actually where your the files actually it has been created, subdomain successfully created. Now, custom folder is actually a folder where the files for this particular subdomain is going to be stored, it's going to be saved. Now, when you come down here, let me take 10. When you come down here, you'll see the particular subdomain which we've actually created. You see, this is a particular domain, subdomain. All right, so I just deleted one other subdomain. Now, this is a subdomain which we have here. Now, are you just going to begin designing your website after creating this subdomain? No, you have to install WordPress. WordPress is actually the CMS we're going to be using to design our website. What do I mean by CMS? Actually, we have looked at all these things. CMS is actually a content management system. The content management system, a system whereby you design websites on. That's you avoid the process of programming and coding. The programming and coding has actually been done to you by experts who actually came up with this CMS, with this WordPress. So you are just going to be designing on that already programmed site, which is WordPress. Now you just click on websites. When you click on websites, you see here auto installer. Please take note, auto installer. You just click on auto installer. Now they're going to ask you to install WordPress. Just forget about these things. Excuse me. You scroll down, you see most popular WordPress. There are different CMS. We have WordPress, we have Joomla, we have there are so many of them. Now you see here WooCommerce, you see here Joomla. There are others. When you click on others, you see them. Now what we want to do is we want to install just WordPress. You can install WordPress and WooCommerce. WordPress and WooCommerce is actually for e-commerce store. If you want to create an e-commerce shop. Now, but most of the times you can just install WordPress alone. Then you go and install WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a plugin. What do I mean by plugins? Plugins are like applications that that allows you to perform particular functions on the back end of your website, so that it's going to be displayed on the front end. We actually look at all these things, back end, front end. Now we're going to talk about plugins detailedly when we start designing the site, because there are some plugins we're going to install before we can move on to design our sites. Plugins are what gives meaning to your skeleton, because when you have WordPress, you just have the skeleton. Now when you start putting in your plugins are like the parts of a car that gives your car the functionality to move. Now let's install WordPress. Now they'll ask you, where do you want to install WordPress? Description, forget about the description, come here. This is where you actually have to select the subdomain you created. Now just click on it. They'll give you the different subdomains you've actually created. You come down here, you select the tutorial.videoconcept.com which you created. Now you leave this enter subcategory, leave the subcategory aside. The subcategory is just like you want to design a website, a sub website on your main website. Now if you want to design, let me say, is a block on its own for VL concept, you can design. You just come here, you just go to auto installer, you install a WordPress, you come here, then you are installing on VLconcept.com. You just come here, you enter block, so that's going to be VLconcept.com/block. I believe some of you must have seen stuffs like that. All right, now I will just have to change this admin name, this username. I'll just give it VL concept. Then I'll just come here. I'll have to enter a new password. All right. Now we have to move on. You enter the site title. The email that is going to be there, I'll just leave this admin email. This is the email that's actually on my website. I'll just come here. So I'll give you the title. I'll just say tutorial. Tutorial. I'll just leave it like that. It's for tutorial. Now you come here, you select your language. Then you see here 5.8.2 change. You can change. Now this is actually the latest version of WordPress 5.8.2. Now you can change it from here. But now when you scroll down, you see here turn off automatic application update. Update only to minor version. Always update to latest available versions. Now you have to select update to latest available versions, so that each time WordPress is updating, each time WordPress is upgrading to a latest version, your WordPress will actually update. Now you just come to install. You install. We are installing WordPress on this subdomain. Now just hold on. Just hold on for it to install. Yes, it is installing. Yes, it has actually been installed. It has actually been installed. Now let's log into our back end. Let's log into our, or let's just go to our website, the site which we have, so that you see how it looks like without anything, without doing anything on it, just the way it, just with the WordPress installed on it. Now I'm going to open a new browser. I'm going to open a new browser. All right, guys. So this is the way our website actually looks like without us doing anything on it. Now, how did I do? I just open a new tab. Just type tutorial. All right, just go to a new tab, open a new tab, just type tutorial.vlconcept.com. For you, you know the name you're going to give your site. So when I did that, I just take enter. So this is it. So this is the way it looks like. Now, no, we have nothing on it, no plugin, just WordPress. Now, how do I get to my back end? How do I log into my back end? Remember, when we're installing WordPress, we actually use a username, which I said I'm going to use VL concept. Then I entered a password. Always make sure you write the password down and the username, so that you'll be able to log into your back end. Now, for you to log into your back end, when you type your name, just type your username, tutorial.vlconcept.com. Then now just go, you say forward slash WP dash admin. This is the way you log into your back end. You take enter, then you hold on. All right, now this is where you have to input your username or the email you used, the admin email which you used, then with your password. Now I'm about to log into my back end. I'll just enter the username and the password. Now I have to log in. All right. So this is the way your back end actually looks like. Now I'm going to be explaining to you the various elements here in the back end. All right. Now I'll have to clear this tab. Let's clear this tab. Just click on screen option. I'll have to dishighlight everything on this section. I'll just have to remove everything. We're not going to use all these things. Just remove them. Clear them. Clear your tab. All right. You see the tab is now clean. Now let me explain to you all what we have here. Now when you look here, you're going to see post. Let's start right from here. We have home updates. Forget about that. Just come here, post. Now when you look at post, when you want to create a new post, like for example blog post, this way you create blog post. Now medias, like if you have downloadable files on your website, this way you create them under media. Pages, if you want to start creating your pages on your website, like the home page, the about me page, the contact us page, the blog page, this is where you do that. Then you have comments. This is where you actually check on comments on your website. If you leave comment on your website, we're going to see how you can disable and enable comments on your website. Opti Monster, this is actually from a plugin that came with uh the Hostinger installation of the WordPress, the installation of the WordPress on Hostinger. Then we have WP form. WP form, this is where you create your contact form. Then we have appearance. Now, at the level of appearance, when you go to appearance, you see theme, you see customize, widget, menu, background, theme editor. This is where most activities take place. You understand? Theme, when you want to install a theme. Now, after we have installed WordPress, we have to install a theme on this WordPress. We have to install plugins. Theme is actually the way you want your website to look like. Theme is what will give the beauty to your website. That's um a theme. That's what a theme is all about. Then we have customize. To customize, you customize the header and the footer of your website from here, and then you do so many other settings. We're going to look at them. Then we have widgets. Widgets. We have the footer widget. We have the sidebar. Then we have menu. Menu is like the for the menu. We're going to see the menu when we start designing. We have a menu, that's the header menu. We have the footer menu. The menu will consist of the home page, the about us page, the contact page, the service page, the portfolio. It depends on how you want your website to look like. Then we have background, the background of your website. You can change it from here, the theme editor. Then we go to plugins, install plugin, add new edit plugin editor. Now, plugins are actually, like I earlier said, plugins are like applications. You understand? Before you do something on your phone, there are certain things before you do on your phone. You have to you have to install some applications on your phone before you'll be able to use to do what you want to do. You understand? So that's the same thing that happens with WordPress. You have to install some plugins to give your WordPress more functionality so that you can do some things on your website. All right, now user. When you go to user, you're actually going to see the user of the website, the persons that have access to this website, like the admin. Now just go down, go all in one WP migration. This one actually came through with the installation of the WordPress on Hostinger. Then we have settings. These various settings, we're going to look at them. Let's start with the general. Let's start with setting. Let's go to general. Now under this general option, you see the site title here. Then the tagline is saying just another WordPress website. Or you can put, maybe if you want to design a blog, you can just say my cool blog or my this anything. But I'm just going to leave this one empty. Then you have, this is the URL. All right. Now when you install WordPress on your main domain after purchasing your domain name, after you've enforced the SSL certificate, after you've installed the SSL certificate on your website, now what you need to do is, I'll show you how to do that in the next tutorial. What you need to do is, or you come here to this general setting, you enforce it, you put an S here and here. I'm not going to put it here because I've not actually installed it here. They were asking us to purchase. All right. Now, administration email address. This is where you can change the admin email if you did not change it when installing WordPress. Then you leave this once. You come here, site language. You put the language of your site. Maybe you are Spanish, maybe you are a Chinese or whatsoever. If Francophone, depends on you. Then these ones are okay. If you see the settings, if you see your settings, week start on Monday. Okay, cool. If your week start on Tuesday, that's good for you. Then you come down and you save changes. Now let's go down to writing. Let's see what is inside writing. Let's see what is inside writing. Okay, this is what is inside writing. Mail saver. All these ones we have nothing to touch here. Just leave this one on the way it is. Now let's go to reading. When you come to reading, there are so many things. There are some things you have to touch here. Now when you come here, you look at your home page displays your latest post. The second option is saying a static page. Select below. Now when you're designing a website that has a block, now they'll always leave it this way. You are the one to select it. When we create our homepage, now we haven't created any page. When you create your homepage, always come here, select your homepage from here. When you click on a static page, so that it should be a static page, there should be a particular page that is named as the homepage. Then you come to homepage, you select the homepage from here. Now we have just a sample page, that's why it's showing here. So you have to come here and select your homepage. Now when you have a blog page, a page for your blog, always come here so that you select blog from here, so that each time you post, it's going to go to the blog post, the blog page. Now when you do that, you just come down here, you click on save. Let's go to discussion. Now under discussion, this is where you can actually enable or disable comments on your website. Just come here, look at the options that are okay for you. You untick the ones that are not okay for you. Now let's go to permalinks. Let's check what is inside permalinks. Okay, now when you come to permalinks, let me explain something. Now when you look at, you see common settings. These are the different ways which your links can actually appear. Now it is on custom structure. Now let me show you what is there. On custom structure, when you look here, you see vlconcept.com/index.php/ some kind of ugly URL, right? Now always change it and put it on post name. When you put it on post name, it's just going to show your website name, your domain name, tutorial.vlconcept.com slash the page you are on. If you're on the About Me page, it's going to show you tutorial.vlconcept.com slash about me. If it's contact me, you're going to be tutorial.vlconcept.com slash contact me. Now, when you do that, search engine actually loves stuff like that. But if you have an ugly name like this one, now look at, you have or let me just see this one. You have tutorial.vlconcept.com/2021 that it does not make sense. The search engine will not be able to read that. Now when you take your post name, each time somebody goes to a particular post or a particular page, it gives that your website URL plus that page that person is on. If it's a post, they'll give the name of that post on this section. So always change your permalinks to post name. When you change it, you just go down, you click on save changes. All right, so now let's begin by installing our theme. To install your theme, you go to appearance. Go to appearance. When you hover over appearance, you'll see it will come up theme, customize widget, menu, background, theme editor. Just click on themes. So the theme we're going to be using here, we're going to use Astra. Astra is a free theme. Now, there are different themes. We have free themes, we have premium themes. You can purchase your theme from themeforest.com if you don't see the theme you want to use here. There are several themes. When you go to themeforest.com, you will find different themes which you can purchase from there. But in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to use a free theme. Free theme, everything in this tutorial will be free. How to use a free theme, free plugins, to design a fully functioning WordPress website. I'm not going to be showing you how to design from scratch, but how to use templates, how to use pre-designed sites. You select the one that looks okay for you, and then you edit it to give the structure which you want, to give your desired result. All right, we're going to be installing our theme. Now, just come here, or you come down here, add new. There are two ways. You can click on add new theme here, or you click on add new from up here. I'll just use this button down here. Click on this. Now you can search. You search for the theme. Now this is a theme here. I have already used themes here. That's why I've used the themes like so many times. That's why you see them appearing here. If you don't have it here, just click on search. You search for Astra. Just type Astra. This is it here. You just click on install. Install. Wait for it to install. Now these are other themes. These are other themes. Wait for Astra to install. All right, our Astra theme has been installed. Now, each time you install, now you need to take note with WordPress. Each time you install a plugin, you have to activate. Each time you install a theme, you have to activate. So now we have to activate this. We have to activate this theme. Activate.